Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Mission Matters. My name is Adam Torres, and today I am at the Hard Rock Casino in Hollywood, Florida, at the Pipes Conference. The Deal Flow guys, our events guys, are putting on an amazing conference, and one of my good buddies. I've done many virtual interviews, but this is the first in-person interviews with Bruce Elfenbein, who made an appearance. Man, Bruce, finally great to do this in person, man.
Well, we're on separate coasts, so, I see all the gatherings that you guys put on, and I wish I could be there, but, it's only a couple thousand miles away, and it's a little bit more of a drive for me than,
Well, hey, for the record, now we're doing more on this coast, more in Florida. Now I'm plugged in. Now I know where you're at. I'm like, oh my man.
I'll be back. Every time you're here, I'll come in and say hello. I'm happy to do it.
Yeah, and I understand that you're doing a bunch of events too, and you've been doing a lot of speaking lately. So I want to get into that, but I guess first for the newer audience that maybe haven't caught some of our previous episodes, maybe tell us a little bit more about what you do in the retirement co.
All right. Well, I'm a master certified financial fiduciary. People usually come to me because they either need me to fix something or they just need somebody that has their back and will look out for their best interests, which any certified financial fiduciary will do. Not just me. There's about 1,000 of us around the country. So I will give a plug out. So if anybody, if you're wondering who's going to look after you, find a certified financial fiduciary. They will take care of you. I promise. The people that have this certification, they worked hard to get it. It means a lot to them, and it means a lot to the people we work with.
So tell us a little bit more about the company and like how you're helping people.
Well, the retirement company, it's funny. I was at a meeting at the Chamber of Commerce. My clients range in age from 5 up to 102.
Wow, that's the record for today, 102.
Right. 102, man. And, we have comprehensive services for retirement. Obviously, a strategy on a 5-year-old is different than a strategy on someone that's 60 or 70 or 80 or 102.
Yeah.
But we're all about helping people grow their money for retirement, make sure they never run out of it during retirement. That involves, not just growing the money, but making them tax efficient. And making sure that they don't lose money, which is a big one because people like to make money, but something, they really hate to lose money.
Yeah.
We make sure that never happens.
How long you been in this business, Bruce?
I'm fairly new. I've only been doing it for about 21 years.
What's one of your favorite things about helping people with retirement and security?
Well, it's one of the most gratifying things I can think of, Adam. Every night, when I look in the mirror, I can smile, not just because I normally smile, but because I made a positive difference in people's lives, that I really helped them out. And a week doesn't go by where I won't have someone that I work with call me out of the blue and say, hey, Bruce, I just want to call you. I wanted to thank you for what you've done. I'll give you an example. One of my clients, he was a teacher up in Palm Beach County. And we put together a program for him about 10 or 12 years ago. And the last year he called me, he said, Bruce, he says, I retired 2 years ago. He says, I am living the retirement that I've always dreamed of. He says, the plan you put together has worked exactly the way you said it was going to work. Everything you said would happen, happened. And it's worked out great. And he says, I wanted to call and thank you. And I appreciate, I think his wife kind of made him do that. Why don't you call Bruce,
Yes.
But they were great people, and it's an honor and a privilege to be able to help good folks like that.
Yeah. And I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, because I know, of course, you're one of our published authors with Mission Matters. And I'm trying to say, what edition? Do you recall which edition you were
I think it may have been edition number 3.
I think so too. So for the newer audience that maybe haven't caught the books or understand what we do, we published a best-selling business leaders book series, and Bruce is, he's a good guy. He's featured he was in one of the first editions. So if you're at number 3, and now we're up to number 11 is actually coming out this year. Can you believe that? I can't believe it. Yeah, bro. Well, it's been some years. That would have been at least 4 years ago, maybe 5. Somewhere along that time period. It was pre-COVID, pre all that stuff. So it had to be at least 4 or 5 years ago when we published that first book. And what I like about books is that they don't go bad.
No. And folks, available on Amazon.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, no, it's great. And it's been such a journey, and we've been part of your journey. You've been part of our journey. You've been an excellent member of the community. So I just think it's amazing to finally get you in person, get you
Yeah.
see what else is going on. So what's going on? What's on the vision for the business side of things? Let's go a little bit further there. I know that you told me you were doing some speaking engagements at AARP, and then like give us the lowdown on the speaking side
Well,
of
I do
things.
do a lot of speaking. I'm a speaker for AARP. I also speak for the Foundation for Fiduciary Education.
Mm. What are some of the topics? Like, wait.
Well, the one I did last night was reducing taxes in retirement, but it really depends on the crowd. I'll be going into some of the schools soon and talking to junior high and high school students and giving them some basic financial education. You know, we say you go to school, they give you the reading, the writing, the arithmetic. You can learn about state capitals and
Yeah.
things like that, but they never teach you how to balance a checkbook or how to
Mm.
invest or, you know, how to grow your money or how to create a retirement in the future.
Yeah.
And I give them some basics. I help them out with that. Now, the stuff I do for AARP is a little bit different. The talk I gave yesterday was on Medicare, how to find the best Medicare program and how to leverage it to your benefit.
Mm.
A lot of the stuff I talk about for my Foundation for Fiduciary Education might be on things like Social Security. You know, when's the best time to take Social Security? How do you leverage the benefit? We find that a lot of times people say, well, as soon as I am eligible at 62, I'm going to start taking it.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that's smart, maybe it's not. I ask them why, and they're like, well, I understand it grows. And folks, if you aren't aware of it, every year that we defer our Social Security, our benefit turning it on, it grows and compounds by an 8% rate, not counting any cost of living adjustments, which also get added in. So if they start taking it at 62, a lot of times if they wait until 70, it's about 75% higher,
Yeah.
you know. And when I ask them, why do you want to take it so early? And they're like, well, you know, I know it grows if I wait, but if I get hit by lightning before I'm 70, you know, I'm afraid I left all that money on the table. And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I can see that. But number one, you're dead.
Mm.
You know, what do you care? I've never seen a shroud with pockets. You know,
Yeah.
they don't have a Brinks truck pulling up to the grave.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I get it. But again, everyone's different. I counsel a lot of government employees, especially folks that work for the VA. And not too long ago, I had a nurse, and she'd been working for the VA for over 30 years. And she said, Bruce, I've had it. I can't do it again. I can't do it another day. Enough's enough. You know, can I retire? And she had just turned 62, and I was able to look at her, and pensions have pretty much disappeared unless
Yeah.
you work for the government.
Yeah.
She had a pension. She had her TSP, a thrift savings plan, which is the government version of a 401k or IRA. She had her Social Security, and I was able to work it out that, hey, if you want to go in tomorrow and tell them you're leaving,
Mm.
you will have enough money to live the rest of your life and maintain your standard of living. And believe me, that was really, really good news for her.
Oh yeah.
And it's a different mental if you're working because you want to, not because you have to.
Yeah.
You know, it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah. Well, Bruce, man, I just have to say it has been a lot of fun having you on the show and getting into your head about what you're doing over at the retirement company. That being said, I want you to look into the camera. If somebody's listening or watching this and they want to follow up and learn more or connect with you and your team, how do they do it?
Well, there's a couple ways. Number one, our website is theretirement.co. That's not com, it's .co, theretirement.co. You can always write to me, which is Bruce at theretirement.co, or call me. My cell number is 786-546-9302. Now, one word of caution, that is my only cell. I'm not doing anything illegal. I don't need to maintain my, multiple cell phones. So that's my real number. So do me a favor, don't drunk dial me at 3 o'clock in the morning to tell me you love me or anything like that. So if you have any questions, reach out to me at theretirement.co.
Fantastic. And for everybody
Thanks.
watching, just so you know, we'll put the links to the website and all that good stuff in the show notes. So you can just click on it and head right on over. And speaking of the audience, if this is your first time with Mission Matters and you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe or follow button. This is a daily show. Each and every day, we're bringing you new content, new ideas, and new stories, and hopefully new inspiration to help you along the way on your journey as well. So again, hit that subscribe or follow button. And Bruce, again, thank you so much for coming, man.
My pleasure.
Appreciate you.
Good to see you, Adam. Good to see you.